should be
don't see
live.
you live.
Just give it a sec. It should be live. It happens once in a while. I I should be live. You see me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on your channel,
Give
but
me a
I'm
minute.
not.
It happens once in a while where this happens. I should be live now. Do you see me live?
Not on your YouTube. Wait, there we go. Yeah, I got you. Not on your YouTube. There we go. I got it. Yeah, you're on Fortnite now.
Type in the
Okay.
chat.
I mean, if you're just using the PlayStation, then it should just be a black box once it's up there.
No, I have it. I have it set on my computer. Okay. It pops up a real name.
Yep, my real name, which is why I hardly ever use this.
That's okay. I was curious what your real name was. I'm not going to say it on stream, don't worry. I'm just going to
Yeah.
say Forsaken, because that's what you're known as.
Yep. Okay. No,
That's a different last name I've never heard
of. There's a lot of last names that I've never heard of. That doesn't.
It's just a
I don't know what's
different
the name of that.
spelling every last name.
Yeah. Well, Tyrell. Alright.
You have the same name as my uncle. I don't talk to very often.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stay in the party chat. I'm gonna shut this down so I can actually rename it. And in this stream, that's now gonna be all about Streamlabs. So, alright. We're gonna end this stream and go live again, but this time we're gonna go with this. Witcher 3. Wow, there we go. And title. Newbie coming in. Let's check.
I was kind of happy with my subscribers, and then I went down in subscribers, so that happened.
Well, happy that wasn't on my stream because I don't like talking about subscribers and followers.
I won't talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, as fun as it is just to talk about that type of stuff. That's one topic that I've seen consistently. That is something if you're really trying to get into this, you do not talk about the people watching or following. You shouldn't even be minding it in general. Like, they're recommending to actually turn that indicator off. So, if people are just going to come in, they come in. So, yeah. In which case, that's actually helped out a lot, because it does change the vibe a little bit. It's not like... I know that technically this would be technically my job at this point because of the fact that I'm not able to find work after being 10 years of being a stay-at-home dad, which I don't blame anybody for not hiring me. But at the same time, it's really, okay, this is what I gotta do. So...
I've been out of a job since COVID started. I quit my job I had.
Well, I had a short-term job from a temp agency for a little while, and I was actually working for the government in that temp agency. And I ended up having to sign a contract that I didn't really like, and then I was like looking for a better job that I could still be at home because my stepson was still going through some stuff,
Mhm.
and literally was like, okay, I still need to be at home. This job's not working out. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna look for a better job. So I go online, and then I got scammed. Uh, Somebody hit me up and was like, "Oh, yeah, let's have a job interview and a phone job interview." And I was like, "Okay, well, I mean, this is a stay-at-home job where it's supposed to be like data entry from home." And I was like,
Mhm.
"Okay, let's do this." And then after I did that, they did a full-blown interview, and they were like, "We'll contact you later this week about if we're gonna pick you." And then they literally texted me, and it turned out to be a huge scam. And they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna send you a $5,000 check." And I'm like, "What the hell?" Okay, well, I guess if you need me to buy your supplies for you, and you're sending me the money, then or I guess this is a new way of hiring and firing because I mean, I've been a stay-at-home dad for 10 years, so I mean,
Mhm.
I know that the whole job front has changed. And so I was looking at the check, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to Google this name because they sent it via email. And I
Yeah,
printed
that's for
the,
sure a scam.
yeah, and I mean, like I said, new age type stuff. I don't even agree with doing online applications. I'd rather walk to a store and turn in an application.
Yeah,
I
that's how
don't like the
we'll
fact that I think our society is being really fucking stupid, and I really do mean that from above my heart. I think our society is fucking stupid when it
Mhm.
comes to job searching, because there is a lot of information out there that could be broken into, and everybody's so free willy nilly about their information, which is why I don't usually type in the chat because I mean nobody needs to know my name, and Google typed my name to the Google to everything. So I try to keep a low profile on everything.
Sorry, I was wanting to make sure that I could see your chat. That's the one time where I said it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not an issue. That's why I did it because you were asking about it. But but no, I like there was a time when I got into Facebook and I was like, you know what? Let's really check this out. And at first I was gonna do like just friends and family, but then I was like, you know what? This is supposed to be a social thing. So I started clicking on like everybody that would send me a friend request.
Mhm.
In 24 hours, I had 4,000 friends.
Holy
And
crap.
they were like, "Yeah, we think your profile is fake because you got this many people at the same time." And I was like, "Yeah, my profile is not fake. I literally I even went on the live stream and because everybody's like saying hi, how are you, and stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, there is way too many people to be talking to right now. They're
Mhm.
like, it'll be like, hey, you showed up on my Facebook and I just added you, and I'm like, okay, well that's weird. You just add random people. Man, that's not my cup of tea, but I mean,
Mhm.
I guess society is completely different from what I thought society was, where it was like, let's protect our information and let's like not extend ourselves too far. But I mean, that would have been useful now, though. I'm actually like, okay, I need to do this for a job. That would have been really useful now from back then.
Mhm.
But yeah, I had like 4,000 people that just randomly started showing up and was like, and there, it was a mix between male and female, but it was mainly females. And I was like, that's weird. And that's actually one of the reasons I actually have my name as Forsaken Flame is because that's when I was like looking at everybody and hearing all the rhetoric from the Christian right and
Mhm.
all the people on the left that are like, oh, this is wrong, and I'm going, man, our society is backwards. So I said the truth, and then I was called evil for it. And I'm like, you know what? Now I understand Jesus.
True. Not a lot of people believe in this stuff.
Well, it's not just stuff. It's like morals. It's like how to live one's life. And a lot of people that are claiming to be Christians aren't really following Jesus Christ at all, and only following the name, which is exactly what he said in the Bible, or not in the Bible, but like literally in the book of Matthew. He's like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that say they follow me, but they're not following me. They only use their lips. They're not following with their heart. I'm like, yeah, I see it. I mean, that's what turns my son off from Christianity is because everybody else is saying they're Christian, but they're like bad-mouthing him. And I was like, yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you just let it be. So there's a thing in there that says the flame that is under a bushel cannot be put out, and your flame, or when you're spreading my message, you're a flame. So like me actually saying his words to people and being called evil for saying
Mm-hmm.
his words, I was like, okay, Forsaken Flame. That's what I'm gonna roll with. So that's the originality of my name.
Okay.
It used to be just Space Ace 352. I miss that name actually. But but somebody hacked my Google account and they had all the information and they were fucking with my Twitch at that time. So and I was really curious about that because I was like looking at my picture and it changed on my profile and everything. I was like, man, this is messed up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is there a glitch going on? Is there something going on? And then, like, I started looking and I went to my actual, like, security and there was somebody else's computer on my uh, thing. I'm like, what the hell is this? And yeah, I went in full paranoid mode after that. So I changed it to my name to Phoenix Rising because I was like, you know what? That sounds like a cool name, Phoenix Rising. And then I had more issues on the computer front, not because of Google or anything like that. It was just more along the lines of like, okay, well, people aren't scoping it out because of the TTV name, and now I changed my screen name, my stream name, as well as everything to just Forsaken Flame. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm just sticking with.
Cool.
So, anyways, I know people have asked me about why my name is Forsaken, and I'm like, that's because I'm literally forsaken, like by humanity. That's how I feel. And that's how I see things. Do the right things, and you get hunted down in our society. Keep your head down. Don't say a word. Let people be, and you're in the clear. It's one of the reasons I haven't really been talking all that much because it's like, all right, if I start spieling off how one should really be following their lives as far as like studying, focusing on their school, making sure that they have their head on their shoulders when they get out of school, going
Mm-hmm.
to work, focusing on your job when you're at your job, making sure that your bills are paid, don't overspend your money, do a balancing on your checkbook, and literally like try to be a positive person in general. That the positive in general could be taken into any context, but being positive in general, really, to me, it means being kind to others, treating people the way you want to be treated. Like you don't want to be treated like shit, don't treat people like shit. It's really that easy. So, I mean, yeah. So, but I stopped saying stuff like that because, I mean, it turned off a lot of people from watching my stream when I was talking about the morals and stuff like that. But I mean, when I'm actually playing the games, I'm playing the games for fun. And if somebody comes in and they start talking about the game, then that's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
when people start talking about their lives, I'm really kind of a stickler on trying to stay out of it because of the fact that like I'm not in their shoes, so I don't know exactly what they're going through or what's in their mindset or how
Mm-hmm.
they were raised or any of the background. So I gotta be careful about doing that
Mm-hmm.
because words do influence people. Trust me. Watching the Trump era. Oh. And then we're back to it. By the way, watching that debate last night was hilarious. Oh. And then everybody's so focused on the presidential debate that they miss the real stuff that actually affects them at home. Because I don't know specifically when the presidency became such an inherent part of our lives. Because, I mean, state governors really affect our lives a lot more. Our city management or city council members and stuff like that really affect us. Like, they're the ones that are making the laws that affect us. But we focus on the presidency because apparently everybody thinks that the president has all the power over the country, which is really a dangerous mindset. So, but politics is another thing that I want people to actually do research on and not just take somebody's words and say, "Oh, I'm gonna repeat this guy's words," because most of the time, when they repeat people, they're doing what I call the phone game, where somebody speaks in your ear, and then you speak to somebody else, and then that person speaks, and by the time it's like through 20 people, the message has completely changed.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Which is exactly what's happening with Christianity in general. It's like, oh, we're going to interpret it this way. We're going to read out different books out this way. And it's like, you don't need to do all that. I
Mhm.
promise. You really don't. Of course, then again, nobody really seems to understand what I say when I say it. So like I said, I gotta be careful with my words because I can be misinterpreted left and right. Like I said, I was called evil for reading Jesus Christ's own words from the book of Matthew. Oh. Anyways. Or, as I would put it, it was kind of funny. So, son's biological father and I actually had a debate, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm pro-gun," but he doesn't believe in God. And I literally was like, "Okay, so let me get this straight. You're okay that if somebody's in a mall has a huge rifle on the strapped to their back, and that person, you don't know what they're gonna do, but if they whip it out, and we're both in Texas, we both live here in Texas and everything,
Mhm.
and if the guy whips out his rifle and starts shooting up the mall, you're saying that somebody will whip out their own gun and shoot back." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, there would be probably like 15 people that would whip out their own guns and shoot back at the guy." And I'm going, "Okay, so what happens if there is a stray bullet from one of the innocent people?" I'm going to put them as innocent because they're the ones that are trying to defend and shoot the guy up that's shooting the mall up. So I'm going, okay, so what if that person who whipped out their gun to defend everybody shoots a kid in the mall? And he goes, "Well, thoughts and prayers." I'm like, "Seriously? Thoughts and prayers? That's your commentary about that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, you're gonna take down that gun, the guy that's actually shooting up the mall." And I'm like, two evils doesn't make it right. Like, you're still killing somebody, innocent or not. Even if it's in self-defense, you're still killing somebody. And he's like, "Well, thoughts and prayers." Okay, thoughts and prayers from somebody who doesn't believe in God. That's rich. Ah,
Did you forget I'm live streaming?
my bad.
It's okay. I don't care. I don't care. I would have that. Yeah, like all the information was okay. Like you didn't give any other. Like your. It should be okay.
Well, that's why I keep my mouth shut because I have a lot of different ideas. It's just they're very
I just want to see
argumentative
this. Like
ideas.
I want to see if this video will get comments on on this video. I want to see if there's any comments that happen.
Uh,
See what
More than
happens.
likely, if someone catches this video of yours and hears that in general, they're gonna be like, well, we agree with you, but we don't agree with you, but we agree with you, but we don't agree with you, and I'm gonna go, I don't like. That's why I don't want to bring it out all of a sudden because literally having arguments on political debates and stuff is not my key. I am not a political leader. I am not anybody in general. I am just a random dude that has his own mindset just like everybody else does.
Mhm.
And I can agree to disagree, and people can do the same. It's quite easy. Like, I can understand, like, I agree with having a gun out in the boonies. Like, if you're not in a major city and you're out in the woods and you're on, like, 20 acres of land, I can understand owning a gun. And even for hunting, I can understand owning a gun. But as far as, like, if you're in a city, yeah, I don't understand because I shouldn't have a fear of my neighbors. Like, I have no
Mhm.
fear of anybody doing anything to me. I don't own a gun. I don't want to own a gun. I have no inclination to have a weapon.
Mhm.
Like, I trust and have faith in humanity. I know that we're all scared, and there's a bunch of people that are scared shitless and stuff like that because of personal experiences or like real shit happening to them. I can understand that. I mean, I really can, but yeah. Anyways, it's just more along the lines of my perception is the fact that I've shot guns before. They are fun to shoot. Like shooting for sport, oh, that's fun as hell. But having it in your house and saying I'm gonna have a loaded gun in my house, yeah, that's a whole different ball game because statistically wise, most of the shootings that actually happen, if I'm remembering correctly, typically happen to a person's family because of the fact that the gun owner did not safely stow away their gun and their child gets a hold of it. Or the guy doesn't know, or the guy or female or whatever that has the gun ends up shooting themselves while they're cleaning their gun or doing some off the wall stuff because they don't have the safety on.
Mhm.
So,
Speaking of a tragedy, today is actually the 9/11 anniversary. Did you know
yeah, I
that?
know. Oh, trust me. I know. My wife already brought that up at lunch.
I just had to bring that up because you were talking about tragedy and like
Yeah, and even the 9/11 thing, I question and
I question about
thought,
it every day.
well, I mean, like I'm not really in like I've gone down the rabbit hole as far as conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but I've looked at the facts. I've looked at what have been opinion pieces. I've looked at what are scientific pieces, and the science doesn't follow the buildings collapsing.
Mhm.
Like, if they were to get knocked over by a plane, or if like the beams were in the middle and they were melted off, like they're stating, it would have tipped over and the other half of the building would still be standing. The way it
Mhm.
collapsed was straight down.
Okay.
So the base of it had to go, not the middle. But the planes hit the middle, obviously. So if it was gonna fall, it would fall to the right, to the left, some or in some general direction like that, and would have fallen on multiple buildings. But it collapsed straight down. So I have my own theories on it based on science. But at the same time, it's a really touchy subject even today, so I don't really broach it all that much because it's
Mhm.
like, all right, because people's lives did get affected for it, and I feel for those people.
I do
It
too.
fucking sucks.
Mhm.
But take out the emotion, and I look at the logistics of it, and what happened right after that? We started the Patriot Act. Of course, then again, we broadcast our personal lives all the time and like put it on Facebook and stuff like that. So I guess realistically, the Patriot Act doesn't really mean much at this point. But I mean, like if the government looks at me and says, "We don't like what you're saying," I'm gonna go, "Freedom of speech, bitch. Freedom of speech. Can't take away that right unless I do something really stupid." But yeah, I'm not gonna be doing anything stupid. I'm not gonna start a cult. I'm not gonna start some crazy shit. I'm not gonna be anti-government because our government is made up of the people. I don't understand where the mega is going. We need to take back our country, and I'm going, where did our country go? We're still in it. Like I don't understand this mentality. Oh, we gotta take our politics back. Uh, when did it go away? I mean, really, our political system is more corrupt at the base level, like in our cities and our states, which every 6 months we can vote people out of our city council or put new people in or reinstate people we like.
Hmm.
I'm just throwing that out there. Like, this is idiocracy at its finest. But no, I'm full of shit, even though I have the facts. I understand how everything works. I just don't care anymore to broadcast it out because I've already done that dance. And I actually have a really big, huge thing against Kamala Harris and the DNC right now. But I'm not going to state it because of the fact that I'm actually for Kamala Harris over Trump because Trump is insane and delusional. And he also wants to take everybody's votes away and play this dictatorship kind of shit.
Hmm.
I'm like, no, I don't need any of that either. But I don't agree with the DNC 100%. But as far as candidacy goes and giving a shot, even if it's a 0.000000001% of the total vote across the entire United States, I'm gonna throw in my 0.0000001% of a free voice in this election on that particular subject. Worried about my city council. I'm more worried about my state. Like Ken Paxton taking and throwing out, and Greg Abbott throwing out the a million voters and doing voter suppression tactics. Like fuck all that. We're afraid of people that are illegal voting. People who are illegal don't vote. You know why? Because they're illegal, and if they're caught, they go to federal prison. And yeah, instead of getting deported, they get federal prison. Which may be a better system than, in Mexico where you got drug cartels and stuff like that going after you. But, yeah. Anyways. Like I said, I have a lot of different thoughts on a lot of different subjects. I don't know what the point is of discussing it anymore. People want to believe what they want to believe. People are going to sit back and do what they're going to do. You know what? Let's see where we roll with the ball as a society.
Hmm.
Even if I disagree with it. I can disagree all day. And you know what? Nothing's going to happen in the favor of what I think. So.
Anyone hard on that topic?
What's that?
You went into detail on that topic. I want to watch back the live stream just for the heck of it later. I want to look up
Dude.
for my comments. See if I have any comments on this video.
They're probably going to be like, this guy's an idiot. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go, yeah, you know what? I've heard that one too. I've also been called Satan. I've also been called evil. I've been called a bunch of names, and you know what? That's why I really don't say the truth anymore, because there's no point in it, other than hurting myself by listening to other people talk about me. Just, nah, I'd rather just stick to gaming and I guess making sure everything's on the up and up. Because honestly, I'd rather see a society that's educated. I don't want some religious cults. I don't want crazy shit to happen. We're all living our lives. We just want to be content. We want to be happy. We want to progress. Like, progression equals happiness. And when you stagnate, you can stagnate for a little while, but you gotta keep moving. And as far as details and like stuff like that, dude, I could go into so many particulars as far as how our government runs and how the wheel and deals happen, how Congress works, how the Senate works. I can go into all of it. I can tell you where people fall off the cliff and who's falling off the cliff and who's bound to fall off the cliff. But what's the point? I don't see a reason for it. It's
Alright, so
actually, yeah,
I'll be right back, okay?
yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna go get a drink and try to use the bathroom really quick. So I'll be back.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna hide in this bush in Fortnite and see if I get caught for any reason.
I'm gonna hide in the bush.
Hide in the bush.
Alright, actually, I'll be right back too. Okay, I'm back. Oh, you're still in the bathroom. Okay.
Are you there for a second?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here. Did you die in the bush?
No, I'm still in the bush with 10 people left.
Ah, okay.
I have 2
But
kills.
no, people don't like talking about politics, so it's best to actually stick clear of the political talk unless you're doing like just chatting or something like that. When you're playing a game, you should be talking about the game or having lively discussions about life in general.
I don't talk about sometimes about the game, but I just get into random topics. I don't know.
I typically try to steer clear of random topics at this point because I'm a very decisive man or
Hmm.
divisive. I have a lot of statements that people would agree with. I have a lot of statements that people would disagree with, as and yet for some reason I started listening to all the people that were calling me evil and all of that. So I've been keeping my mouth shut,
Hmm.
seeing where our society rolls.
I
So
want to go get a drink. Oh shoot, where'd that person come from? Sorry. The person came in a car right in front of me. He didn't mind to stop. Okay. So I just startled me for a minute. I want
you're
to
good.
go get a drink. I got a cold glass of lemonade. Ooh, I found some loot. Take this ammo. Of course, my control battery is about to die. I
But
got
no, I
my.
used to get with Jason and that group. I used to talk about politics. Actually, we started doing something else, which was like actually broadcasting, or not broadcasting, but doing podcasts. We did
Hmm.
that for a little bit, but they were hitting subjects that were very touchy with a lot of people, like abortion, and they didn't. It seemed like they were in agreement with me, but
Hey, hold that
uh,
thought for a minute. I just have to change out my controller. I died.
no, no,
I,
you died.
I died. I placed 7th.
Hey, seven's not bad. I mean, you were hiding in a bush for a while there.
Yeah. And I hit another bush to change out my controller. They found me. Yeah, I hit in the bush and dropped on. I was just chilling in the bush all the way to 12 people.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been trying to steer clear of political discussions. I think mainly because I haven't done a lot of research on video games. I should probably start picking that up rather than politics.
You still got my stream up, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm on your stream.
I'm actually gonna end it. Okay, I do. So.